Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the final game of Group D and the final game of the day. But first, let us shout out the sponsors, Razer and Twitch TV, because we have yet to do that today. They are awesome. Get their stuff. Yes.
Use their website.
Yes. That is good. That is good. Do that.
Yeah. And big thanks to Team Liquid as well. There you go.
Yeah.
We're so in sync today, Sal. This is so cool. Yeah, Team Liquid, of course, for putting the whole thing on. A bunch of great guys. So much organization goes on behind the scenes. So big thanks to them as well for making this awesome tournament possible.
Yep, indeed. They're pretty cool. Pretty cool dudes.
I'm right.
All right. So, final game.
Final game indeed. This
Sacred
is our showdown.
Versus Bakuryu.
Yeah, this is going to be a big deal. Sacred, definitely the underdog right here. But as we've already seen from Freeman, whatever his name is, it's not impossible for the guy who nobody thinks is going to win to win.
Yep.
It could happen. But Bakuryu is a guy who really knows his stuff with Zoku. He is way on top of his ZVZ theory. So it's, of course, very unlikely for Sacred to be able to take this against him. But never say never.
And Bakuryu's already won the first game against him, so
that is true.
He's got that going for him. But we did see, it wasn't. Well, I guess it must have been last week. Well, I can't remember which group, but somebody won the first game and then lost the final match against the same person.
Yeah, yeah. No, that was who was that?
It was Modesty beating Zaraki in game 1 and losing to him in the final match.
That's the one. I think that was kind of fair. I'd say that's fair.
Yeah, it seems about right. I would have picked Zaraki to get out anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Over Modesty, at least.
Yeah, yeah, that is true. But of course, we've already got Sacred is already a bit of a wild card kind of player in this anyway. So kind of nothing too much loss if he goes out, because it's kind of a surprise for him to be here in the first place, and it's kind of a bonus to see him play.
I don't know though. I'm a little bit torn because I mean I love Bakuryu, but I also think it would be hilarious if he made it through to the round of 16.
That would be hilarious.
And then the round of 8, and just kind of like won the whole thing. I think that would tickle my funny bone. Yes. Yeah. So I don't know. Let's just go into the game.
Let's go into the game. It's the only way to find out.
Alright, at the top left position as the blue Zerg, we have IWO Sacred, and at the bottom left as the brown Zerg, we have Eller and Bakuryu, and I would just like to say they've both done the larva trick, which makes me a happy panda.
Lava trick? Sorry, which lava trick?
Where you move your larva to the left of the hatchery by grouping it with an overlord and hitting stop.
What?
Did you not know about that?
No.
Surely you did.
No.
Surely.
No?
If you select your larva and put them in the same hotkey as an overlord and you hit stop, all the larvae move to the left of the hatchery. Yeah. So if you technically in a ZVZ, if one player spawns with the minerals on the left of their hatchery and one player spawns with the minerals on the right, the guy with the minerals on the left has like a slight edge because he can do the larva trick and mine slightly faster.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Who discovered that?
I can't believe that. That's got to be one of the more well-known random facts.
Yeah, but that is. Who found that out? Who for the first time noticed that and thought, "Wow, I'm onto something here."
Yeah, it is pretty funny.
If I saw that happen, I would assume it was just random chance of the lava doing their wandering thing.
Yeah. No, they do like definitely deliberately move. To
That's so. Do you realize there's a piece of code somewhere in the game that causes that to happen for some reason?
And it was probably not intentional.
Complete accident. Someone wrote that into the game somehow. Some kind of weird bit of lava behavior. I love that. That's brilliant. Anyway, both these guys, we have an overpool and gas coming from the top left-hand corner, which is of course Mr. Sacred, and something very, very similar. Actually, no, much earlier, gas coming in from Bakaru. Look at that, gas well before pool.
Yes, indeed. It was, excuse me, 9-ball versus Overpool. And by the way, Bakaru confirming that you can actually do that stop thing with any unit, not just the Overlord, but obviously the Overlord is the only unit you have to do it with in the beginning of the game. So that's what that's about.
If you did it with a drone, you'd be like, cool, I did the lava trick, but you just lost probably all the mining time you'd gain by stopping your drone working for like 2 seconds to do the trick. So
pretty much. Although it's kind of funny because it's kind of similar to how, you know, generally Muta stacking is done with an Overlord, but you know, you can't technically use any unit. And actually, Bisu, when he plays Zerg, which he does a lot for some stupid reason, makes me so mad when he plays
It makes me annoyed as well. I'm glad you agree.
But he stacks his Muta by hold positioning 2 lings behind his minerals, using 1 to trap the other.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy. I think it's because he gets Overlords, because he plays a lot of ZVP, right? So he gets Overlord speed, so it's hard to do with Overlords. So he just has 1 ling, like, in the little gap in the minerals behind his mineral line, and he holds position another one to block it.
That's very smart. I like that. Because that saves the pain in the ass of grouping different lava and Overlords with speed. That's very, very clever. Oh, we have a little bit of action here in the natural expansion whereby Sacred actually can't get to the bottom of his ramp here. He's going to have to do a little bit of drone drilling to get down there without losing all his lings in the process. And he's going to have to be quite on the ball. That hatchery also not looking too healthy.
Here we go. Here's the drill.
Either.
The drill's not good, though. That's
not the best drone drill. Yeah, that wasn't brilliant. Looks like he might actually lose the hatchery right here. He needs to get in there and save it right away. He does manage to get a decent position, but does lose a drone in the process. And right now, he's in serious trouble already in what you would imagine would be a pretty standard position to find yourself in.
And this is looking bad for Sacred.
Yeah, this is looking seriously bad.
And by bad, I mean he's dead.
Yeah, I think he's probably dead too. His natural hatchery is going to go down. Bakaru, of course, not investing in one of his own, but it doesn't matter. He is easily come out on top of these early engagements. Really, really showing Sacred what's up. And Sacred is now going to be forced to defend right in his own mineral line. Did he just cancel? What did he just cancel? Was it a
lair? He cancelled his lair.
What?
I don't know why. What does that help accomplish?
No idea.
Why did he cancel his lair? What?
And now all his drones are stacked on the same mineral patch. That can't be good either.
I don't like.
He's going ling all in. He must be going ling all in at this point, but it can't really work because his opponent's Spire is already on the way up.
He doesn't have the larva to use all his minerals. Look, he's used all his larva. He still has 300 minerals. I don't understand.
I don't get that decision. Was that a mistake?
Is he just gonna expand and spore up and just delay his lair by like a million years?
He's made another hatchery. He needs spore colony. He's just gonna die.
Yeah, well, I think he may have thought that his Spire was too slow and he didn't have the money for Mutas and Scourge anyway, so he might as well just cancel the lair and spend the extra money on a hatchery and spores and try and come back by turtling or something.
That kind of makes sense because he's already way too behind on the music count at this point. But the evolution chamber feels a little bit late to me. I don't know if that'll be if he'll have spore colonies quite in time. It might just be on time. This is a really interesting choice from Sacred.
Yeah, I think some Zerg, probably Bakaru, told me that if you start making the creeps when the mutas start making, or something like that, or even when the mutas pop, they'll be roughly in time.
Oh, well, that's alright then.
So you can actually delay them pretty significantly. So yeah, you can see the spore is actually going to be well in time.
Wow, not too bad. I forget how kind of quick Zerg tech is to come up, because process techs take so long to make and then...
Yeah, man, how come cannons take so long?
Yeah, exactly. Cannons take a very long time. The Forge takes ages to build. It's all so clunky.
Like, have you guys ever tried to cannon rush a Zerg and have him make Sunkens? It's just not even fair, man. The Sunkens finish so fast. Why can I not cannon rush before a Sunken finishes? It's not right. It is not right.
Yeah, it's just unfair. Write to the letter to Blizzard. I'm sure they'll do something about it. We have Bakaru now running around with a decent number of links. Doesn't look like he's going to try and do anything particular with them. He's using them mainly for defensive purposes. He's just going to hold the top of his ramp. He finds himself in a curious position. I'm not quite sure what his plan will be against this kind of last style play. Do you reckon he'll go for like really big mass muta, which he can't really do off one hatchery?
I think he'll try and use his mutas to like block these lings and get an expansion. So he'll be on 2 hatches, but he'll have the gas.
Yeah.
So he has to be a little bit careful because he doesn't have that many mutas, and the DPS isn't quite enough to protect a hatchery yet, but I think he'll go for the expansion fairly soon. He is getting +1 carapace as well, so he's kind of going for the longer term. I mean, he knows he can't bust the 2 spores anyway with so few mutas. Although he's going out with his lings, he might try it actually. He might force these lings back with his mutas and use his lings to try and pick off the spores while the mutas protect against the lings overhead. But I still think it's pretty tricky though with 2 spores here.
Yeah, that's going to be difficult, but it could work. You never quite know. And he doesn't need his lings that much. I think it could be worth trying. I mean, they're going to be useful to defend against counterattacks, but he doesn't.
I think he's going to sunken rush.
You may be right.
There's
and
a drone
that's a very, very good idea.
There's no other reason for this drone to leave the base now. I think he's going to sunken rush.
I like it.
Elegant, you wanted a sunken rush. You didn't get one last week, but here we go. Bakuryu is your guy. He's your guy. He's got 2 drones. He's definitely sunken rushing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now let me tell you guys, this is not even BM. This is like a legit move in this particular situation in ZVZ, because if you notice, the only ground defense that Sacred has is Zerglings, but on the edges, the mutas will stop the Zerglings from doing anything. So if you pull the sunken on the edge, the Zerglings can't touch it because of your mutas.
Yeah,
boom! Sup! Oh, he's making a defensive sunken though. We need the second. Oh, we need the second drone. The drone needs to live. The lings are coming out. Sacred knows the danger. He knows the danger. He's going. He's got a lot of lings though. He might take it down. There might not be enough muta. There's the cancel. He's forced to cancel. The drones are both alive though. Now that's actually a spore. That's not a sunken. He's just gonna try and use the lings to stop it. I think that probably needed to be a sunken.
Yeah, really needs to be a sunken. It may still yet be a sunken. The mutas go in, have a little bit of a poke. That colony is going to be cancelled once again, but the ling count is not looking so hot anymore. The sunken colony is now done, but there is still a chance for him to get that another one up. But well defended by Sacred. Bakuryu deciding to back off it. Very, very nice there by Sacred, managing to defend in a not ideal situation exactly. And now he's got his Spire up as well, so he should be able to start catching up on the muta count of 2 hatcheries. Though Bakuryu is now working off 2 hatcheries as well, and will, I imagine, soon be working off two gas as well.
And that is the best defended sunken attack or sunken rush I've ever seen. That's crazy.
Cool,
I didn't think he could do that with just the lings, but he actually just made a ton more and forced it down, and now he's got his mutas out.
Yeah, that was really, really good.
Is he that far behind Bakuryu? Because the supplies are close.
Oh no! It's good! Bakuryu's good, and he went in against the spore colony and lost Menusilus.
That was bad. And the spore didn't even die.
The spore still looking cool on 73 hit points. Bakuryu losing a lot of unnecessary health right there, and he needs to be a lot more careful with his Menusilus count. He is not by any means as far ahead as he would have been if Sacred hadn't been able to think a little bit outside the box. Because it would be so easy for Sacred to just kind of continue with the game, try and make some useless GG out. But this was a really nice bit of quick decision making, and he is actually sort of back in it at this point.
Yeah, Bakuryu's main advantage now, because he's not mining a second gas yet, so that doesn't count. But he's got +1 carapace, and he's got +1 air weapons like halfway done. So he's going to have a significant upgrade advantage. But other than that, he's like, look at this! He has to pull drones to defend. He's not sure he can defend this.
Yeah, and who can blame him? He's up against a pretty significant force from Sacred, which has been able to pump out quite quickly off those 2 hatcheries he's got in his main. He does not have enough money to spend all of his lava though, so that's a little bit of a problem, and he definitely needs that natural expansion.
Man, dude, Sacred, he's getting his natural now. You know, his economy is about as strong as Bakuryu's is already anyway. This is crazy. If Sacred can come back from this situation, I will be amazed. He was so far behind, when actually he should not have been, because he went, overpool against Ninepool? I don't know how he got himself into that situation in the first place, but he's doing a splendid job of coming back. I'm telling you, man, this guy, he's going to win it all.
Well, if he can come back in this game, then I wouldn't deem that literally impossible. Still pretty damn unlikely, but even still, this is a very impressive comeback he's staging so far. Very, very nice. Bakuryu is going to have to really work at the rest of this game after a very favorable opening where he looked like he was just going to be all over this very, very quickly. Bakuryu does have a much better map presence than Sacred, but I'm not sure quite how much that counts for. That, to me, that just says more overlords that are going to die.
Yeah, it's not nearly important as in other matchups, because obviously you're rarely expanding beyond 2 bases anyway, so it's not like you need to dominate the map. But Baku has just waiting for his +1 attack to finish, so he now has 1-1 air, or he will in 2 seconds. Okay, there we go. The 1-1 air is finished, and it looks like he's decided that is his timing. He's facing 0-0 on the other side. A random link poking just to see what's up, and here we go. We could have a big engagement. Both players just eating a lot of scourges. Baku doing some nice micro at the end here, and it looks like he has slightly superior numbers and vastly superior upgrades, and it's probably going to be enough here. Landing a lot of scourges as well. Baku is going for the kill here. I think he's got it. He's at 45 supply to 25. Emergency spores are on the way for Sacred, but they are not going to be in time. The spore finishes, but it is instantly taken down. The second creep is not going to have time to finish. Looks like the last of the mutants gets scourged, and Bakuryu has the game. GG! Bakuryu hitting his 1-1 timing and taking out Sacred in the final match. Unfortunately, Zombie Zerg could not continue. Bakuryu took off his head, and that was it. The Stash Zerg goes on, along with Rams, to the round of 16.
Very, very nice play there from Bakuryu when he looked like he was going to be landing a bit of a tough spot, but good timing, good micro at the end there, and he was just able to quite calmly take it. We'll be seeing him again in the round of 16 with Rams as well. Unfortunately, there's Sacred dropping out, Cozy dropping out, but I definitely feel like the best players went it on the day by far.
I would have to agree, and well done by Bakuryu getting to the round of 16 again. I believe Rams has also been in the round of 16 most seasons. He was in at least one of the previous seasons.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so nice. A strong Terran advances, Bakuryu advances, and two strong Terrans. We got Busy and Rams.
We got Busy and Rams going forward. It's going to be a real Terran fest. There's at least 2 Terrans that we can see in the round of 16 right there, and that's going to be good stuff. They're both exciting guys to watch at their best.
Hey man, we need those Terrans to slay the Zergs for us. See, what we need to do is we need the Terrans to kill all the Zergs for us, so the Protoss can beat a Terran and win.
Exactly. Exactly.
Right? That's how we roll.
Planned it really, really well, Sale. I'm glad you're picking the groups.
Dude, I'm like Duran, man. I got all kinds of plans.
Yeah.
Anyway. So that will be that for today. Group C and D, of course, a quick recap of Group C. We had Freeman advancing along with Busy. Pretty interesting results. Which of course means Enjoy Me and Kenzie were knocked out, and then of course, as you can see on the screen here, once again Rams and Bakuryu going through to the round of 16, and Cozy and Sacred going out, which means we have just 2 groups remaining in the round of 24, groups E and F, which will be next Saturday at the same time. Let's have a quick look at the player list here. In Group E, we have your favorite players, Elegant, Mad Doty, G5, all in the same group, along with Oxzerg.
Wow. Wow. What a group that is. That is a group that's going to make me sad and happy in equal measures, I think.
How sad are you going to be if Oxzerg actually just beats everybody?
Oh, God, that would be heartbreaking. Fortunately, I think that's probably not going to happen. Damn, that's really hard to pick between those guys. But, oh dear.
I don't know. I don't think it's that unlikely for Oxzerg to get out, especially in best of ones.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd still pick Mad and Doty, but Oxzerg, man, he's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a bit questionable, isn't it? I'm very, very excited for that one. That's going to be a really cool one. I think G5 is probably going to be, well, definitely going to be the underdog in that group.
Yeah, by far. But he was the underdog in Season 1, and he almost knocked out Zeki. So, there you go.
Exactly. So you never quite.
And of course, Group F will be Lancer X, Eon Zerg, Non, and Infected.
Yeah.
I think Eon Zerg, huge favorite in the group. But the other 3, actually, I think it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it should be a real battle for second place. But you never know. We could see Eon Zerg crash out. We could see anything happen.
Indeed.
I mean, we've seen all kinds of craziness so far. We almost saw Enjoy Me beat Busy. We nearly saw Enjoy Me go 2-0.
You know what? I think, I don't know if I would be more surprised of Eon Zerg not making out of his group compared to Busy not making out of his.
Do you think?
Because I think they're both like overwhelming favorites in their group.
Yeah, I suppose they are. Well, yeah, they definitely are.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll get to that bridge when we get to it. Is that the expression? Whatever.
Cross that bridge when we come to it.
Hey, there we go.
Hey.
I got some of the words.
Yeah. As long as you get most of them in there, it's fine.
Alright, so that is all for today. Thanks to all the viewers for tuning in. Another huge thanks to our sponsors, Razer and Twitch TV. Another thanks to TeamLiquid.net. Thank you, Elegant, for joining me today.
Thank you so much.
Huge shout out, by the way, also to all the wonderful staff in the background who make things possible, who do like the news write-ups, organize the VOD posts, refereeing our games, all that good jazz. Takes a decent number of man hours to do all that as well. So don't forget those guys. And I hope to see you all next week for the final 2 groups of the round of 24. And then after that, it'll be the round of 16. Oh, so excited for that.
Gets big quickly, doesn't it?
Indeed it does. So I hope you guys all enjoyed it today. And with that, I think I'll bid you all a good night.
Come back next week. See you again soon.
Peace.